in reach of a man who's currently operating as a southpaw, but is an adept switch hitter, and that is Saken Bibossinov. It's a classic Kazakhstan. Men who have already been to the top of the world in an IBA World Championships. I was ringside last year at the seaside resort of Budva, Montenegro. A year later, still only 19 years of age. That's a good overhand left, and Bibossinov covering up as Rogozin looking to bomb away with that southpaw backhand. Bibossinov, he came back and gave his own man, the same guy, 2 counts in a round of 16 against Isafaki of Tanzania. Good right hook to the body from Bibossinov, who is going to be very difficult to ruffle, scoring to the open areas that are presenting themselves. Drops very effectively indeed to both head and body, and he goes about his work with a poker-faced expression, gives absolutely nothing away, and so far he's the man who has found his range more effectively in the opening half of the first round of this gold medal bout. And Bibossinov, well, he's finding him living in his chest. Look at the bent arm working. He's beaten to the jab his own, and Rogozin again sending him tottering backwards and double him over with that right hook to the body. Then came with a left hook downstairs, piecing him up through the middle with 2 uppercuts that came from underneath and up in between. Bibossinov gets something together here for the 2021 World Champion. From Rogozin, drops down, scores with a left jab, and this is volume and precise punching and placement being exhibited by Rogozin, showing no fear of the occasion. The first 2.5 minutes of the round. Solid left cross in between the gloves once again, scoring to both head and body to terrific effect. Leaping left cross followed by another left hand, and Rogozin. So Bibossinov trying to get his right jab working. Right hook again.
IBA Boxing has scored 10-9 for a close round win, 10-8 for a clear round win. We could have 10-8 there. You could argue that we should have, because that was dominant, and the right hand he landed towards the end. Another referee may have given a standing count there. Not that that would necessarily make too much difference to the scoring,
but yet somehow judges 2 and 3 have scored the opening round in blue, and I'm not sure, short of knocking the man down, which, as we've already explained, doesn't necessarily trigger a 10-8 round, but I'm not done to win more decisively than what he produced in the first 3 minutes, and perhaps mindful of the fact that it's close. He's on the front foot, backing his man up once again, and he's setting the pace in his first 30 seconds. And he's just not giving the man any room to breathe, is Rogozin. To speak to Bibossinov about hitting and holding, probably coming at an opportune time, because Rogozin simply will not leave him alone. He's being forced backward, now he's trying to hold his feet and fight back. But this is absolutely sensational boxing on the inside, being produced by the 2024 World Youth Champion. Here he is in his first appearance at a senior elite World Championships. A proud elite boxer, and he will know that he's got to try and, but continuing to keep on pressing. Left hook to the body without reply. Twice in quick succession for first and third boxing. Right hook beneath the left elbow of Rogozin. Catches him with a left cross, but Rogozin keeps on coming through the punches that are scoring upon him. And he's the busier boxer. The boxer showing greater variety in his work, greater imagination. Bibossinov trying to stay with him, but look at the punch output in non-stop fashion from Vyacheslav. Tries to get busy, he nods in the direction of Rogozin as if to say, okay, let's turn it up. And happy to accommodate him is Rogozin, but some left hands. He's the taller, longer, rangier boxer, but yet everything that he's throwing for the most part has been right in the wheelhouse. Rogozin has got the better of once again.
Than he did in the first round, but Rogozin in the first minute and a half and throughout the course of the round did some very, very good work there too. So if we get a split in that second round, I think that would be, or could be, a fair reflection. The first round should have been 5-0 to Rogozin. There's absolutely no question in my mind about that. Finished strongly, and he picked some good punches.
Count inside the final 10 seconds of the round was enough to tip the balance unanimously in favor of Saken Bibossinov. He has got himself right back into this contest after enduring a pretty tricky first 3 minutes, even though 3-2 scores were returned in favor of Rogozin. But it was difficult to be off, but 2 of the judges did. So it's all come down to a 3-minute shootout with 3 level scores at 19 points apiece, 2 of them 2018 in favor of Bibossinov. So it's advantage Bibossinov, because he just needs to convince one of the